Well, hello there, crafty friend. Suzanne here in the studio today with the November sheetload of cards. Here is the sketch and supply list from our friend Crafty Al. And this is a pretty straightforward kind of pattern, but it's got some nice detail because of how you cut the paper. So I really need to make Christmas cards. It's time to make Christmas cards. It's way past time to make Christmas cards. So keeping in mind that I need about 75 to 80 cards in total, and at least half of them need to be religious, I better get going. So let's see what I have for paper. I have more Christmas paper lines than anything except for summer. I have 5 of these iris boxes, and as you can see, this one is overflowing. In fact, this belongs in there and it won't fit. This is all my Echo Park. Well, I won't swear it is all of it, but most of my Echo Park. So let's dig into this and see what it is we can find that might work for these Christmas cards. She says to use a 6x6 pattern paper, but I don't think that's necessarily what I'm going to do. So we'll just look and see. Here I have some leftovers of A Cozy Christmas. I recently finished using up most of the 12x12 paper here, so really all I have left are cut aparts, a few embellishments, and the sticker sheet. So I will set that aside. And then let's dig into this box and see what we have here. Okay, here is A Perfect Christmas. I don't know why that's not with a paper, or I don't know that I have that paper line. Here is The Story of Christmas by Lori Whitlock, just the sticker sheet. That's awfully cute. Okay, here's some Echo Park, Oh Holy Night. I just have one sheet and the sticker sheet. Okay, that must have been a sale purchase. Here's some Christmas Salutations, number 2. Now, I know I have more of this. Let me set this aside. Okay, what's this one? Santa Claus Lane. This, I have both the 12x12 and the 6x6, but that is secular. So let's pass that by for now. Oh, here's that Christmas Salutations, number 2, some more of that. So I have the 6x6 pad and 2 of these sticker sheets. I think that might be what I would use for the secular card, so I'm going to hold that aside. Celebrate Christmas with Lori Whitlock. Here's a few more sheets of Celebrate Christmas and some brads. Well, this is kind of interesting. We've got smooth paper, and then we've got the Cartabella kind of textured paper also for the Celebrate Christmas. Interesting. Here's some Echo Park Dots and Stripes. That might come in handy for background paper. Dots and Stripes foil. Oh, here's paper for The Story of Christmas. Well, let me put that sticker sheet with this. How much paper do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's at least get that together where it belongs. Here I have Christmas Magic. So I have quite a bit of secular paper, which is better for scrapbooking, but not as good for card making. Here comes Santa Claus. That's a cute one. Oh, I really like there's lots of black in this. Here we have Away in a Manger. Oh, how much do I have of that? Sticker sheet, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a solid. I like that. Oh, and these would make nice pieces to put on the front of the card. Okay, this looks like it might be the front runner. And then I also have some washi tape. I think that's for something else maybe. I think that belongs to Santa Claus Lane, but it would definitely work with this. I'll have to pull out the rest of my washi because I could, on her pattern, use washi tape instead of all of the pattern paper. So that is a definite possibility. Here we have some Jingle All the Way. Went a little chipboard crazy on this one. That's really cute. Here's some Merry and Bright. I think this is quite a bit older. Don't have that much of this left. And then here we have my favorite Christmas. That's nice. And then 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. 1 and 2. Okay. Well, I think I've made a couple of preliminary decisions. Put this all back. And I decided to start with Echo Park because obviously I have the most of it and my box is overflowing. So it's a good as time as any to use what you have a lot of and to make your life easier as far as storing what you have when you're running out of room. So let me put all of this back away. Okay. So I have the Away in a Manger for my religious cards, and then the Christmas Salutations for my secular ones. What else might I need from my stash? Like I said, I will pull out my Christmas washi. In fact, it's right here within reach. Here's sort of my Christmas embellishments that are strictly Christmas. Not a whole lot in here other than washi. But here's all my washi. A couple of stamps. Some jewel buttons, some silver glitter ribbon, some gold, and some iridescent and red bling. So I can work out of this and see which of these washi tapes might work best with my papers if I decide to do that. Okay, so that's enough to get me started. I also had pulled out, when I was looking for something else, I had a basket that said card bases on it, and these are card bases that aren't your basic white. So some of these will work nicely with my papers. So I'm going to try and get these used up because I have repurposed that basket for something else. Okay, I will be back before you know it with some finished cards. Stay tuned. Okay, scrappy friends, I am back with the finished cards to review. For the first set, I am using the November 2023 Sketch and Supply list from Crafty Al. So this is the current month challenge. And I was using the Away in a Manger paper, 12 by 12 paper and sticker sheet from Echo Park. And here are the cards. Let me kind of explain what I did here. I varied just a little bit from the pattern in that I was very careful to make sure I could get these 3 manger scenes sort of centered on this background paper. And then because when your eye sees the 2 pieces, it kind of will marry them together in your mind. So I didn't want to put another piece of this blue paper in here that was obviously not going to continue that photo in your head. So I used instead a piece of washi tape in the middle. And it goes very nicely with the epoxy stickers. I tried off-white as well as vellum, and they looked best on the craft as the craft background. And because they are glossy and have a little bit of brown and gold in them, I thought that looked really nice. And I was able to use up a couple of the craft card bases I already had cut, and then I cut a few more. I was able to get 8 cards all together. Here's the first. Baby Jesus. Joy to the World. Here we have the 3 wise men. Silent Night. The manger scene, that may be my favorite. Wise men still seek him. Peace on earth. And joy to the world, the Lord has come. All right, there will be a group shot of this at the end of the video so you can take a closer look. Alrighty, after that, what did I do? Then it was time to switch to the 6x6 pad I had chosen. You remember that was Echo Park's Christmas Salutations #2, and I didn't have to look back far in 2021. Here is the December 2021 sketch and supply list. And here, I didn't actually stamp the sentiments. I had a bunch of stickers that I was going to be able to use for my sentiments. That's the thing about the Salutations line. They're meant to be used for cards. So let's take a look at that. And here is the first one, sending you tidings of comfort and joy. This Salutations pad, I really only got to use the back of them because there were cut aparts on one side of all of the sheets. So that's something I'll keep in mind next time, although I think I already have another Salutations 6x6 in my stash. But I just used some iridescent rhinestones to add a little bling to this. And here is the next one. Merry and bright. And here I've got the red rhinestones. This next one, since it was a circular sticker, I decided I needed to go to my Spellbinders. I had some nesting dies that were the scallop circles, so I found the right size for that. And then some little rhinestones there. And then next, I had this longer sentiment, so I actually flipped these two. So now this is in the back and this is forward. And so then I put my happiest of holidays there. Since I had 2 sticker sheets, I got 2 of each of these. So in total, it was 2 each of 10 designs, I should say. Here's the Merry Christmas, same thing. And then here on this one, I originally cut this so that this would sit on it here, and I didn't like that proportion, so I just rotated it. So that's a little bit different. These are, her design is a starting place, so don't feel bad about changing it up. So then I did the same thing here. And then at that point, I did not have enough of the larger sheets to be able to do some of these other cards. So first, I took the strips I had and I just did a simple horizontal design. Used this border in the middle, although I've skewed this to the bottom. And then put my label salutation on top of that. And this one also worked that way. This was so big. So I pretty much used, I think there are still 2 different smaller salutations on my sticker sheet. And then the rest of the sticker sheet are all icons and things that could be used for card making. And then since I still had a couple of these that I wanted to use and some smaller pieces, I did go to another, that Cozy Christmas 6x6 I told you I still had leftovers of. And I found a couple of pieces of this dark black background that would work. So there we have it. I was able to get 20 cards out of that. Well, I was still in a card making mood, and you'll remember I had showed you as we were flipping through papers in that iris box that I also had a 12 by 12 sheet of the 3 by 4 cut aparts and a sticker sheet for Oh Holy Night, which is another Echo Park line. So flipping back to the August 2021 sheet load of cards. I thought I could use this and just alter it a bit. So I did that. Let me show you how that turned out since I had the 3x4 cards. Well, it's easy enough to cut down 3x4 cards. And so then I also had 8 of these small little stickers because I knew on a lot of these pictures this was not going to work here, which is how the design would have called for it, to center it here and to have this panel centered. I decided to shift this panel over about 3/8 of an inch, and then I could put my little stickers down here. And then I've got some golden brown rhinestones. So there's that one. About 6 of these actually had sort of photo type icon pictures on the 3x4 cards. And then the other 6 had words. So let me show you when we get to those. Again, here you see I've switched color bases because I was using up those extras that I had. The dark green one looked good on Wise Men Still Seek Him. Here's pale blue, matching Mary's garment. Nativity, another pale blue. True love was born in a stable. Pretty. Okay. So then here we were going to have just words. That got a little bit trickier. So I tried to find the best of this, and I used a strip back here instead of trying to do this panel here. I thought it was going to work out better if I had a bigger photo here with the angels on it, and then this was smaller here. And there were stickers on that sticker sheet, so that worked out pretty well. So like I said, you start off with what her design is, but then you have to make do with what you have. Because I wanted to keep going through this. So I still have some stickers, but I used up all of that paper as well as some more from Way in a Manger paper. So I really like how these turned out. As you can see in these last 2, I've actually got some of those stables in there. Okay, so that does it for this triple sheet load. August 2021, December 2021, and the current month, November 2023. I hope you've enjoyed seeing me whip through these cards. I really enjoyed doing it, and I probably will end up making a few more. And if I use a sheet load, you might see me back here soon. As always, I appreciate your time and attention. Bye for a bit.